I'm just wondering whether you like a keeper that has that sort of need to always be active, hyperactive to an extent. I think Jordan Pickford was accused of being a bit too hyper a few years ago. Aaron Ramsdale, the way he can sometimes provoke fans, that doesn't, of course, that's nothing to do with the fans' reaction. That was completely over the top and not needed. But still, he seems to be actively engaged and constantly being loud.
Yeah, he wants to be involved. I mean, listen, he's only young still. You have to remember that. And Pickford has matured, and he's not so erratic in his decision making. I think you'll see that in the next few years that his decision making will get better. He's a very bubbly, lively personality. But yeah, he'll look at that with his goalkeeping coach, and he'll learn from it, hopefully.
Because you also played with one of the calmest keepers I think I've ever seen. So when I grew up watching, David Seaman. That's why I'm asking you this, because nothing looked like it could faze him. He was just unflappable, David Seaman. Even after he made a brilliant save, he would just get up. He wouldn't be shouting. He would just get up and get on with it. Shrug of the shoulders.
Yeah, that's right. He was one on his own, really. I mean, we always said he's unflappable. He just had that big grin on his face. Nothing seemed to bother him, really. And that is a great quality to have in a keeper if you're a top keeper, as Dave obviously was. I mean, think of Joe Hart, don't you, as well? Especially when he played for England, he'd be in that tunnel before a match, pumping his chest, getting himself revved up and trying to get the players revved up. And you're thinking, oh, as a keeper, you just want him, just concentrate, keep yourself, keep quiet and concentrate on what you've got to do rather than getting pumped up in that fashion. But listen, Ramsdale's having another very good season. He was superb at Tottenham last week, and again he's made that really important save. Yes, he was at fault for the Martinez one, but you have mistakes in a season, and the main thing is his team has won today.
Yeah, because in contrast, I know that he wasn't a teammate of yours, but we saw it all on the television. Jens Lehmann, another Arsenal great, an invincible for Arsenal. He was always erratic. Yes. I think is the wrong word, but very actively involved.
Yeah, well, it takes all sorts, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, Lehmann, he used to kind of walk about and tread on the striker's toes and pretend it was an accident and wind people up. You never quite knew what he was going to do, but he was obviously a top keeper as well. And he also had a very good defence in front of him, which helps. And Arsenal have got a very good defence in front of Ramsdale at the moment. So that clearly helps. We all want to see personalities, characters in the game, don't we? And Ramsdale's one of those.